What's up, y'all? It's the Chef, and this is take 2 on the March update. What? Doing stuff. So, yeah, I'm sorry I put up like 2 videos last month, and that was not okay. You deserve better than that, YouTube. You really do. But school kicked my ass pretty hard. Like, I had a bunch of stuff come up at the same time. Basically, I had a test that I had to study for, and I have another test to study for, and I have to start 2 papers. I almost have to start 3 papers, actually. I need to double check. I just realized because I have another class that I've just been taking super chill. I need to see if I have to actually turn something in. Oh, fuck. I may actually be fucked. We'll see. So, yeah, I have so much shit to do. Like, my old job, they wanted me to come back. And, even the supervisor, whose guts I fucking hate. Well, I had 2 supervisors I didn't like. One of them had to quit. That's why they wanted me to come back. But they don't want to make me the supervisor. What? Right? They're like, hey, can you just come back and do what you've been doing? Which is kind of like your job and your boss's job, but like get paid half of what your boss got paid because that's what you got paid before. Which they weren't even going to pay me what I got paid before. I've had to fucking put that in my list of demands. Which was just that. I didn't have any actual demands. I was just like, hey, you gotta at least pay me what I was getting paid before. Because I know that they're going to try and screw me out of that. And then they said they would. And then I had the last 2 weeks of hell show up, so I couldn't, I still couldn't do it. I was like, there's no way I can go to school and maintain this job right now. I can't do it. Like, if I did, I would literally die. I would have to bring all my schoolwork to work, and then basically get paid to do my schoolwork, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so I did not want to do that. So school's just been really tough. Got a lot of shit going on there. I had some tech issues. I tried to start recording on this computer that I had to figure out. My old headset just basically fucking melted for some reason. The new computer doesn't like it, even though it worked before. I've tried to use it since then, and it doesn't work for some reason. I'm not going to go into it because I ramble too much. Yeah, so I fixed most of the tech issues that I had. I have to use the new mic, which I'm a little hesitant about. It sounds good, but then also doesn't sound normal, and there's some things that sound off about it, which I think it's just my room, like the acoustics. So maybe I need to put up some sound dampening or something, I don't fucking know. But it's definitely on my mind, even if no one else actually notices it. I feel like a fucking conspiracy theorist, like, it's there, dude, you just gotta connect the fucking dots, right? It's all the number 23. And then when I do have free time, I basically play D&D. Or I watch anime at like 11 o'clock at night or something. That's all it's been. So usually my weekends are the only days I have open, and I spend Saturday finishing up homework and planning D&D. My voice cracked. And then I go play D&D, and then on Sunday I go play D&D. And my group has been trying to power through what the fuck we're doing. And normally we play 6 hours, and the last like 3 weeks they've been wanting to play 8 hours. Like, we did it once as kind of a test where my group was like, we could start at 10 in the morning instead of noon. And then someone's like, what time do we end? The same time? At 6 p.m.? And it was like, okay. And then we did it once and it actually like worked. And then we've done it since then. It's like, oh my god. And I told them this week, I said I can't do 8 hours this week. Like, I can maybe do 6 because I have to do my homework and shit. So, don't get me wrong, it's fun as hell, but it's like, whew, boy, that doesn't, like, I'm playing a fucking game, and I come home on Sundays, and I'm just exhausted. It's like, oh, dude, I'm just gonna watch some TV and go to sleep. Had to fucking role-play and shit, and roll dice, and plan. Oh, and I just get tired. So, yeah, that's basically where my free time's been going, and then my friends want to play Smash, which I haven't been able to yet. Like, I haven't been able to fucking play Smash for a while. I don't own a Switch, but my friends own Switches, so I want to play with them. So we're trying to set something up right now, actually. Like, literally today, I was tweeting about it. My friend was like, hey, do some stuff, you know? As far as the other stuff, the normal shit you're used to, I'm going to do Banjo Tooie. I want to do Jet Force Gemini, but I have to get all the old footage off my computer, which is not hooked up, so I'd have to hook that up. And there's no space for it right now. Like, I didn't clean off the table that I was going to put it on. So, there is that. I do want to make other Darkest Dungeon stuff. That one Darkest Dungeon video took about 7 hours, because the voice work took about 4. Even though it was only like 15 minutes long or whatever it was, I cut like 5 minutes of shit. And I had to do retakes and a lot of retakes, and there was some issues that came up is all. Oh, because I haven't done anything like that in a while, and I wanted it to sound good, so I tried, and I think it came out okay, so I'm happy. Yeah, and like basically I thought, okay, I'll knock this thing out in about 3 hours. That's how long I thought it was gonna take, and it ended up taking 7. I started at about 11 a.m. or something. I finished like 6:30. I took a break. I took like a half-hour break in between. I was like, fuck, man. But like I said, it came out pretty well. But I want to do other Darkest Dungeon stuff, like guides for Darkest Dungeon 1, just because now that I was talking to Grevik about this, and he made a good point that now that the second, well, this was before the second one came out too, but he's like, if any new content comes out or whatever, people are gonna start looking for guides because new people get into the game. So if 2's announced and people are like, well, I always thought 1 was pretty cool, but I never played it, and they look at Steam and shit, and then they get it, they're like, wow, this game's actually kind of hard, so they start looking around for videos. They're going to see some of those ones that have, 200,000 views, but we're going to neglect those. We're going to look for the small YouTuber that has like 1,000 videos, but 800 subs. We're going to look for that guy and then go watch his video with 50 views. Let's watch that shit, yeah, it's fun though. I want to make that content because it's actually, relevant, and it's fun and it's different, and I get to share opinions and stuff, and then people are gonna argue with me because I'm gonna make a tier list about Darkest Dungeon and be like, why is Leper near the bottom? And just a preview. Be like, why is Crusader the best class and shit? Just a preview. I want to talk about it now, dude. I might make that video this week. But I have to do Let's Plays, dude. The tier list video is going to take like 6 hours, I already know. Probably take more than that. It's probably take like 2 days. Because I have to like actually record footage, like independent footage. But, God, it'll be fun. I'm really excited about it. So, but yeah, I need to do Banjo Tooie, and then after that, I'm not sure. Probably, like I said, all the other fucking shit that I've been talking about. Right, Jet Force Gemini, which no one watches, and then Turok, which also no one watches, but I like playing, so I'm gonna fucking finish those. And I'm probably gonna step away from rare games for a bit. I need to really consider what games I'm gonna be playing in the future because I need stuff. It's weird because like some of the stuff I like is stuff that people don't like or they don't want to watch. It's weird because I thought like I had this niche going on with blind playthroughs of some classic games or whatever. Right, because I like watching those things. Like one of my favorite playthroughs that I've watched was Collar Ninja when he played Mega Man X Blind. I like watching that. I like watching people play Dark Souls for the first time. And I thought that was kind of the thing that people enjoyed. But I have to pick my games better and shit. I don't want to pick normie trash. It's new and everyone's playing like Sekiro or whatever that FromSoft's coming out with. That looks fucking fun, but also looks frustrating. And it looks, we'll have to see. Like, part of me is over Souls as, like, a game type. Because I think that type of game has to be called Souls now. Like, it's action-adventure RPG. It's like, it's Souls, dude. Punishing bosses and shit. Or, yeah. Well, tough bosses, punishment, builds, fluid combat or whatever. And then like the level up system, that's pretty Souls at this point, I think. It feels almost, I'm sure there's an example out there that disproves it, so it can't be so definitive, but it does feel like that is an exclusive moniker at this point. Oh, this fucking chair is so loud. Yeah. I have a note in my list here of things to talk about, and at the bottom it says keep video under 6 minutes. And I'm at 10, so about 9.5. So I never fucking meet my goals, dude. That's just the story of my life. Yeah, so I want to do all that Darkest Dungeon stuff. And then I gotta figure out some other stuff to play. If any of you actually follow me on Twitter, which I think is like 2 of you. But that's cool, I'll make another video talking about this exclusively. I'm doing some collaboration projects now. I talked about this before. Like, this. I just realized there's no way this video is gonna be 6 minutes just because this subject is at the end of my fucking list here. But so last year I recorded a Let's Play that was like 6 episodes with a friend of mine. He's someone I worked with before. We had a collaboration channel, so Shuffle Lore. Back when I launched this channel and had like 100 subs in like, I don't know, like I got up to 100 subs actually pretty quick, which was nice, but I think it's because I had a schedule. Schedules were actually really important. But I got up to about 100 subs, and this was 5 years ago. Okay, so I had been on YouTube for like 5 months, I think, at that point. Yeah, okay. Alright, there's a big cut right there because I just started going on some shit that I didn't want to talk about, actually. But long story short, I did a collaboration with a couple friends before, and one of them is who wants to team up now, so we did that Let's Play like last April, I think, and he wanted to edit the series because he wanted to get the practice for editing, because last time we worked together I edited like 99% of what we did. So that's not true. I edited about 70%, and then the other two of them did like the other 30%. But yeah, so he wanted to get into it, start making stuff again, and we started that series. We never uploaded it because his computer just had a heart attack and died. So he just got a new one like 2 days ago, I think. And he wants to get back into it, so he's like, hey, we need to start doing stuff. And he called me last night, actually. He said, yeah, man, I got this and this and this, and I need this. And I was like, oh, I've got that. And he's like, okay, great. So he's like, I'm ready to rock and roll, or whatever, when you are. And I said, okay, I'm just dying in school right now, so BRB. So I got to start working with him. And as I was saying before, I think, I don't know, like, I can't remember what I'm gonna cut already, but just quick recap. If any of you follow me on Twitter, which I think is a couple of you, I am going to be in 2 Twitch streams coming up on the thing I was doing before on Raccoon Queen's channel, where last time we did a charity event in Extra Life, which her donation goal was $200. I think she got 300 or 400, which was pretty good, so that was nice. And since then, I think she wants to do more stuff. So she wants to do some online D&D 5th edition campaign, which I'll send you some links and shit when we get closer to... The official start date is March 15th. Okay, so that's in 2 weeks. And I think it's 6 or 7. I can't remember. It might be like 6:30 on Friday night. But it'll be for about 2.5, 3 hours. And I'll link all of you guys when we're getting closer to the time and when we go live and shit like that. If you look around on my Twitter and shit, you'll find it, or, you know, I'll post her shit and you can go follow that. Go follow that channel. But I'm going to be on there. I'm going to be a player, not a DM this time, which is cool. And I'm going to be playing a Goblin Barbarian, which is going to be pretty fun, I think. And my, the DM's husband, who runs my other game, just skipping details, right? He's gonna play a character I'm pretty excited about. I haven't actually seen him RP it yet, so I don't know how it's gonna actually work out. But like the basis of the backstory is pretty funny to me, because like the character is named 9 Lives, and he kind of like really leans into that by saying he's got this mysterious past that no one knows about, and everyone has quote-unquote heard something different about him, but like no story ever matches up. And he carries like 12 talismans to gods or something like that, like he worships every god or whatever. It's gonna be funny, I think. So, plus, he's a fucking, if you know your D&D, he's gonna be a swashbuckler rogue in 5th edition, so he's got I think 18 charisma, so he's gonna be party face, which means he's gonna do all the talking, which I'm fucking jacked for. Oh man, I never like being the face, so it's good that we have one. But yeah, so that's gonna be Fridays. And then on Wednesdays, the same person, or same group, same stream, in the same house, the same guy, his name's Harrison. We're gonna be doing a Wednesday show. I think we're gonna call it Color Theory. Like, they asked me for if I had any name ideas, and they said this Color Theory is the placeholder. And then I waited like 2 days because I was really busy, and then I texted him some names, and he's like, okay. But I think Color Theory was already decided because they already made a poster and shit, so that's cool. But it's gonna be a same thing, like 2.5, 3 hour stream of miniature painting. So he's better at it than I am, so I'm gonna be kind of like the apprentice deal, and I'm gonna be learning how to paint minis, and he's gonna be painting minis too. So D&D miniature figures, right? So that's pretty fun. And while we're painting, we're going to, since we both have some, he has a lot of DM experience, but I have a fair amount now. And we're going to also talk about DMing and stuff like that, and like, you know, stuff about RPGs basically. So it'll be pretty fun, at least for us. And if anyone shows up, we'll take questions from chat and shit like that, but I know the scheduling's pretty bad for the non-American time zones. So, because like Pacific too, it's one of the worst ones. Because Pacific basically means you're only seen by other Pacific people. Because it's like East Coast is asleep or going to bed, Europe's asleep. I think I forgot what time it would be in Asia, like early morning or something. So just a lot of whack-ass time zones, but rest assured, all of these will go onto her Twitch channel. And I don't know which one she's uploading it to, because she already has a couple. But I don't know which one she's decided on. I think I do know, because she put a thing for our D&D game on there, like a video that she made, which is actually pretty cool. But she hasn't made it public yet, I think, so I don't know what her plans are on that, but I told her about Twitch VODs and stuff, and she wants me to help her. This is actually an important thing too. She wants me to help her with the YouTube side of it, because I have experience with that. So on top of all my schoolwork and my own channel and stuff like that, I'm going to be helping her with her Twitch streams and potential editing if she wants it, and exporting and stuff like that, which isn't too complicated, but it does take a minute. So my goal, if she just wants to export it with no editing, it's actually pretty cut and dry. It's just like make a VOD, export VOD. At least that's what it used to be. So hopefully it still is that, but like I said, it's just my time's gonna be stretched pretty thin coming up, but also I'm gonna do my best to start pumping out some videos, and maybe slow for the next like week. I'm gonna record 1 or 2 in a minute here. After this, I'm gonna edit this, put it up, and then start recording. Yeah, actually, I think that's it. So I'm gonna start recording, and I'm gonna try. My voice is giving out already, so I'll probably have to take a break. I talk too fast. That's what it is, dude. I need to learn to talk slower, but then my videos would already be much longer than they are, right? Because I'll sit here and I'll talk for 20 minutes, and if I slow down my speech pattern, instead of taking 20 minutes, it'll probably take 22 minutes, and no one wants that. That's way too long. Yeah, so basically, the TLDR, which I'm burying at the end of this fucking video, is a lot of stuff's been coming up and eating my free time, but I'm trying. I'm going to do a lot of the stuff that you're expecting me to do because I've talked about it before, and I'm going to be in more places than just here. So if you want to go see me do other stuff, you totally should 100,000% support myself and what other people are doing. Get all your shuffle kicks and see me as some other cool people. Some of them, I don't want to give anyone a big head. Some of them might be cooler than I am. I know what you're thinking. Like, I'm a pretty cool motherfucker, right? But some of these people, they're hella cool. And you know that's serious because I put some California slang on that shit. You know, we like to say hella and tryna. Instead of trying to, it's tryna. Hey, you trying to eat? You know? Alright. I've rambled long enough, and I'm gonna have to fuck edit this, and fuck me up, fam. I should edit out my swearing, but I don't get paid by YouTube, so I don't give a shit, bro. Alright. Thanks for watching. Go check out the other stuff. I got stuff coming for y'all too. Coming up. And I'll see you later.